Hi mom, it's getting really crazy here. It's getting worse. One of my roommates, she already left. She's going back to her family in Texas. My other roommate, she's thinking of leaving tomorrow. I'm feeling scared, Ma. Wish I could come back home. Ma, I really don't want to be alone in this apartment, and I'm not feeling good about being all alone in this country. I'm so far away from all of you. I'm thinking about coming home to India. Call me back when you get this message. Okay, so I called the Indian embassy in DC, and they said it's a good idea for Indian citizens to return home. They also said I should leave in the next 48 hours. So I'm going to go look for a ticket right now and see what I find. Okay, I bought a direct flight from JFK to New Delhi. It's going to take off tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm hearing all these crazy stories about Delhi airport, but I can't even think about that right now. I'm coming back home. As I'm recording this, my friends just sent me a text saying Cuomo just announced that New York City is going to be under lockdown. So it's kind of great that I got out, and I'm sitting here at Terminal 4 about to take a flight. Let me show you my paraphernalia. So I have this mask. I have gloves. So in my bag over here, I have disinfecting wipes. I have hand sanitizer. I have gloves. I have emergency medicines in case. So it has like Advil and Tylenol and such things. Oh, you can't see, but I have toilet paper. And I have my own blanket because I don't want to use the airline's blanket. What's happening is that in New Delhi, once you arrive, you're supposed to go through a medical screening, and that's when they decide if you should be quarantined or not. For people who are actually potentially sick, potentially carrying the virus, for those who are showing symptoms, the government of India has actually started to quarantine people for 14 days in government hospitals. We've heard horror stories. Apparently the facilities are really awful. I'm a little nervous about that, but I feel fine, and more than anything, I'm just trying to be positive. Very, very soon I'm going to be with my mom and dad and my little sister, so just holding on to that. Just landed in Delhi airport, and it's crazy here. It's really chaotic.
But you are actually making us spread the disease in the country.
Yes, right.
And even if someone has a little bit intelligence,
They're supposed to be checking our temperature, but right now it just looks like all the planes are landing and everyone's just sort of stuck in one place. Everyone's really mad. From the little information I've gathered, this health screening process is like a real-life video game. There are 5 levels which we have to complete to get out of this airport. Some people, they're going to be sent to government quarantine centers. Things are quite stressful. Finally started with the temperature checkup, but then they realized that people have really high body temperature because it's just so crowded and it's so hot. So now we've been told to stand around and cool down. Currently, we're all waiting around.
All passengers have to go through health screening process before reporting to the immigration counters.
This is my friend Aditi. She has to go back to Bangalore, hopefully. But at this point, we're just sitting here on the floor. Almost 11 p.m. We're still stuck between level 2 and 3. This is the line for immigration. There's thousands of people here, pushing and shoving each other. It's like the Hunger Games. We haven't been given any food. There's barely enough water. There's a lot of old people. There's a lot of children. This is a really horrible situation. It's getting to me now. It's getting to all of us now. It's just getting really intense now. We haven't really eaten. We haven't slept. We haven't been able to feel clean. Everyone's been on top of each other. I honestly think that everyone here is feeling sick. So by the time we go to the screening, because of these 16 hours at the airport, no one is feeling healthy or fit. So it just kind of defeats the purpose. So it's a crazy situation, and I think it could have been handled much, much better. It's exactly 6 a.m. and I got the stamp to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. We're done. We're done. Guys, freedom!
It's
freedom!
awesome.
Self-quarantine.
Self-quarantine.
Oh yeah, don't need the mask. And we did it.
अपने आप से बात फिर से.
Yeah. These guys are going to Bangalore. These two are going to Calcutta. The rest of our friends have hopefully reached, so we made
they
it.
have. So we have gone through all the emotions together. And we have seen each other in the worst, physical state.
And
This
a
is
lot
the
of
worst,
other
guys.
different states.
So, you've seen me when I look the worst. So now, whatever you see, it'll be a little better.
Good to know. It's on video also, so. It's 4 p.m. March 22nd today. Like I said, it's been quite a journey, and I'm just very ready to go home. I think the government is really taking measures to do what they can to stop the spread of this virus, and I'm not going to complain about the very difficult 18 hours we spent going through our medical checkup. If it helps, I have doubts about how much people are following the rules. I have doubts about how truthful people are being about their situation, but really one can hope for the best. A few of my friends think I'm crazy for leaving New York City, for leaving the United States to go back to India. But those who have roots elsewhere will understand. When you find yourself in the midst of something as traumatic as a global pandemic, you also find yourself seeking the familiar, looking for the safest place to be in. I'm an immigrant in the United States, and the place I feel the safest in is the motherland. It's home. They just put us on these buses with all of our stuff, and they've brought us to, I think it's called Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute, which is a facility that's not yet built. There's sawdust and dirt and dust everywhere. There's mosquitoes everywhere. It's not possible to be sitting on a chair. It's not possible to be waiting. We'll get malaria, dengue before we actually get tested for corona. Obviously, we have no answers. We're not being told what they're testing for, what's happening. They just keep telling us to sit. Here's just an idea. As you can see, there's construction over there. Today is Wednesday, March 25th. It's the day that India goes into a strict lockdown. Today is also day 4 of being room quarantined. After my crazy transit experience, who knows what I've been exposed to. I don't want to put my family at risk. And so I find myself quarantined in my childhood bedroom. No one can enter. I can't leave. I can't hug my family. But it's okay. It's just 2 weeks. I know now that I made the right decision because it feels really, really good to be home.